I was out.
You were out
Oh, no,
last.
that was Charles.
You were out last main plot session. Speaking of,
We played a different game.
I'm so mad at you.
does anyone want? I will do it otherwise.
I remember that. Yep.
But does anyone who was here, which I think was just you two?
Yeah.
Were you here
For the one
at
shot?
the one shot?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. It was you three.
Mhm, Shadow. Yeah.
Shadow.
That was a
Would
fun
you
session.
guys?
Shadow was so sneaky to.
Would anyone like to
Yeah.
give our two players who weren't able to make it a summary of poignant points that you may want to?
I know exactly who needs to do that. The Bard.
I don't have my cards. Otherwise, I would have brought that.
Everyone's characters were great.
Everyone's characters were great. You should go back and watch us for the personalities that were bouncing around.
Yes. The conceit of the one shot was you are all level 15, so very experienced adventurers who have traveled together, adventuring together for a long time, sort of spooky vibes group, coming back together after some time, having sort of retired from adventuring to help your necromancer friend complete the final stage of her
Selectory.
Yes, thank you. I was like, I can't think of the word. Get the final component for her phylactery to become a lich. So that was the conceit of the one shot. Everyone came together with great characters and spooky vibes to help Inria, their necromancer friend, get this final thing and achieve lichdom. So, anyone remember?
We all reconvened. It was as previously stated, wonderful and extremely sexually charged.
It's very sexually charged.
Except for me.
Except for you, yeah.
Except for me.
There were a lot of polycule jokes.
Yes. Who everyone just
You're welcome.
gelled. It was like a little reunion as we were just slaying whatever was in our path. It was
So
like
on top of it.
just friends at a dinner party with murder. It was delightful, and everyone was having fun employing their skills and being synergistic. It was wonderful. And the end was a fight with a shadow dragon, which level 15, busting out them level 15 skills was delightful. People were racking up 50, 70, 90 points of damage in a turn.
It was so cool.
It was
glorious.
Alex played this Echo Knight character that was
Hal.
yeah, that was like a little robot who he oh my goodness he like
special.
his echo, like his ghost echo that helped fight with him was like the spirit of his dead creator and his dead gnome creator. And how many like attacks did you get in one round? Like 10?
It was like
I thought it was 11.
it was a lot.
It was like 10 or 11 attacks on
I
this
action
fucking
surged.
dragon in one round. It was insane.
It was like at level 15 the fire can do 3 attacks.
Right.
And then with my echo I can manifest, so that was an additional 3. Then I action surge, so I think it was like 9 attacks. And then because my echo I got fastball special by Peter's character. So I could cover the gap in the air and I could fly.
This is... Listen, if I had a nickel for every time that Alex has gotten fastball special in one of my campaigns, I'd only have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice.
There you go.
It's my signature move, guys. And so I got fastball special, and then I summoned my echo on the other side so I could get flanking, and just like release like 9 attacks and did 98 points of damage on that thing.
It was stupid.
wild,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and perspective of my character. My character was an auto gnome. Auto gnomes are 3-foot gnome mechanical creations from gnomes. And Hal, in this old sexually charged, goes over his head because he's like the little brother, creepy little robot brother to this whole family, and just like, hi, and then just like murder him. It's like protocol murder activate. It's just like destroyed his thing.
Well, he was both a robot and very childlike, so none of the sexual stuff was directed at him anyway. It was
just like
Yeah.
it's all just happening ambiently around.
yeah. And it's like,
To be clear, there was no sexual stuff in the game. I want to be very clear that nothing sexual happened in the game.
watch the stream, people.
Jokes.
Watch
There was-
the recording. Nothing was bad.
There was
Okay.
the-
Nothing
constant
bad happened.
and
There were just
explicit-
euphemisms.
Innuendos of the
Mentioning.
wazoo, but nothing extremely explicit.
Lots
alright?
of lots of flirting.
Yes, that's all it was. I'm like, my face is red right now.
Lots of innuendos.
She makes sure everyone's comfortable with the games. It's a
Thank you.
great environment. She checks in.
Good
Now we
man.
have a merch store.
Thank you guys. Oh my god!
Game day.
But due to the fact that we were all very high level, we were able to eventually defeat this shadow dragon. And Inria, our wizard companion,
It's the
took
bad.
its skull to be the piece that she would eventually sort of move down and create into her phylactery itself. As we were leaving this sort of these ruins in which we found the shadow dragon, she mentioned that she probably was going to want to collaborate with the Valian temple nearby and see if they would potentially have any way of helping with this information. And as the party was kind of making some final plans to go back to her home, deal with this skull, the sun winked out. And a deep cold descended. And who died? Did anybody die?
No
No.
one ended up dying. They took 2 rounds of 100 points of cold damage. But
But I thought one person ended up dying.
no, it was
there was a
supposed to
revivify.
be. Yes, no, it was supposed to be. Not.
Gork.
It wasn't supposed to be anyone.
Gork.
Gork almost died.
Yes.
But then Peter remembered that Cassius
Cassius.
had warding bond on Gork. And Cassius had so much health
Stupid
because
amount of
a stupid amount of temporary HP because Adela had like cast all that temporary HP on him. And then Inria came back immediately to life, and the rest of y'all were hardy enough to not die.
And I wasn't hardy enough, but I rolled a natural 20 on a death
And
save.
came right back!
Yeah.
So, like,
I straight up, I went down immediately, but you got me.
How did I get you? I
And
forgot.
Rhea did something.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
because she didn't go down the first round, but she had a revivify.
Yeah.
She had resurrection, so she immediately brought you back up, and then she went down the second round. Yeah, so there was a lot of like everyone thinking someone was gonna die, and that continuing to not be the case for some reason.
Little plot twist. Connection to gods were severed that night. So any healing magic from clerics or anything like that, not happening.
But also, if I recall correctly, the stars winked out. It was immediately far colder than what we've been experiencing. And then the stars came back and things stabilized a little bit, which tells things about what may have happened. So there was, you didn't bring explicit attention to it. You didn't say, hey y'all, I did this, but you did.
That was a thing. So Adela was a cleric. She tried to. She tried also to resurrect people, and she tried to resurrect Shadow first, and she was unable to access her divine power anymore. Whereas Inria's power did not come from divinity.
It was a moment of sublime horror.
You were like, oh.
what? It's a great fun to watch because you can see, like, the players of this game, because you told Michelle beforehand.
I did. Michelle knew.
Yeah, so Michelle was present and she already knew what was going to happen. But for, like, the campaign players, you can, at different moments, we figure out what's happening.
We're like,
Yes.
I saw your, when she said about it, I immediately looked at you.
And I immediately was like, uh-oh.
I saw that, and I'm like, don't break the immersion.
Yeah, and there's a brief moment where I'm like, well, maybe Shisha just means like this is like a different setting where that also exists.
Yeah.
But then-
I can see that happening on your
Yeah.
face. Like, oh, that was a weird inclusion.
And I was like, please don't. And then you mentioned like the darkness, and I was like, you're fucking not.
You know what gave it away for me? As soon as she said there was a void in the heart of the fucking dragon when like things started to shift. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
And then I had
really?
a flash.
That far back?
Yeah, I was like, as soon as like,
You caught it earlier than
because
me,
here's the thing, I had flashbacks to pirates and the fucking crew of freaking Davy Jones ship. I'm like, oh, she's pulling one of those on us.
Oh yeah, so in Ria's phylactery, like the reason she wanted to they went in to fight the Shadow Dragon was she was using its skull as the container for the phylactery. And then also immedately, not resurrected, what's it called when you raise undead? Raise undead?
Yeah.
On the road, brought the dragon back as an
she
undead dragon.
puppeteered it back to
Animated.
Yeah, reanimated.
Reanimated.
Yeah, so
We got there.
that's what happened last time on non-Endless Eclipse.
on the prequel to Endless Eclipse.
Grim Company line through it. Endless Eclipse session -1.
Yeah. Now, I didn't catch the whole, like, verbiage of void in
Yeah,
the
as
heart
soon
of
as
the
she said void,
dragon.
I'm like,
Yeah, I missed that. I'm with you. I didn't catch that.
yeah, as soon as she said like void, I'm like, that's a very oddly specific verbiage.
And I'm sitting over and going, like, cool, darkness. makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's a Shadow Dragon.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's
Yeah.
Shadow Dragon.
Shadow
It's
Dragon.
gonna be void.
Yeah,
And
duh.
I was like,
duh.
my
That
brain
would
was
happen in
like-
any setting.
my Runo senses tingled, and I was like, huh? And then I was like, she said like, Valerie was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So take that as you will. That is a thing that happened.
I'm sure that when we meet, if these people are still around and we meet them, they'll still be their
Super
old
great.
selves, sweet
Super
and
sweet.
untwisted.
Are you...
Friendly.
Do we know how many years it's been since the darkness fell as of this campaign?
100. It has been a century.
I'm planning to know my girl could still be alive.
Alan's still alive. You can live to 500 years, bitches.
I need to go back and check my notes. I retain the right to amend that because I do have it in my notes how much time it's actually been.
Okay.
It has been at least a century.
Okay.
And no more than 3 centuries. That I do
have to
know.
deal with how.
But whether or not where it's fallen.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to say that. No, because y'all would know.
I think
Amy
it was like
wouldn't, but...
all. I think
Amy
someone
wouldn't,
heard
but
it
like the
all.
world,
The
would
world
have
would
history
know,
since
yes.
like this is when the shadow fell.
Mhm.
I definitely have that in my notes somewhere though, because I
Oh.
literally wrote him at one
Yeah,
point in
he was
time like
for some reason,
this
I'm
many
thinking-
years since Shadow fell.
Two, but
That's probably correct, and why I have 3 and 100
Yeah.
in my brain is like I probably was like 3 too long, 100 too short, 2. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I will look into that.
Are we celebrating the 200th anniversary of that right now?
Shadow fell?
Yeah.
Possibly. Say that?
The bicentennial.
The
The bicentennial, the fall of the shadow.
Can we make it the Dodrin
In
bicentennial?
fucking fact.
Can we get commemorative?
Oh,
powers?
No.
I love that look in your eye.
I
I love
know.
that.
We're
Unironically.
all like, oh
Fucking
shit.
fact.
wait a
We
second.
I
gave
think
her an
that is
idea.
what should be happening. I do indeed think that. I think you should be approaching the bicentennial of Shadowfell. Thank you, Greg.
We're gonna find this witch, and it's just all gonna be like party hats.
Stars, tell us it's far, far away. Tell us it's far, far away.
Parades.
If anyone
Horribly
gets too
mutated
warm,
marching band.
I will throw on the fan. Let me know.
Commemorative editions.
I'm always concerned about the warmer running folks. But before that, before Endless Eclipse -1, we had just had some harrowing times in the Temple of Petra.
We have.
Chris, you have a recap for us? If not, I can do a real quick recap. I just don't want to steal it from you if that's something you want.
I have my notes somewhere.
While he's doing that, inspiration, not for recap, but for incredible mini.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Too sick. I know people got drinks.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Drinks and snacks.
The
Anybody
wine.
else?
Yes.
Thank you, Craig.
Huran.
Choose.
I
Five
just
and
like
out.
them that much. Like, specifically because it is character, I feel like it's character cosplay.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think
And I appreciate it.
yeah.
I reward the cosplay.
Absolutely. The very rare item that I chose, I was like, I want to flavor it as being like this.
Yes, I
Like
love it.
on her hands.
I love
and
it.
stuff.
Inspiration for cosplay.
Yeah, I love those. And they make me think of from the Wheel of Time. There's a
Oh.
Terra Embryo that is it's a bracelet and rings that's connected by a chain.
Yeah. It's one of the things that makes you very aware of your hands, which is fun.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I love that
Like an
feeling.
actual fancy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, just-
very aware of
so
what
much
my
more.
Yeah,
hands are
exactly.
doing now.
That's why I like wearing rings or like getting my nails painted.
Yes.
I feel like rappers that
Are
would
you
be doing
talking
excuses for
to
this.
me?
Just like imagine
I feel
Flav
that
Flav just spins the
Over
wheel.
I actually don't have notes.
Oh.
All good. I mean,
Margin
that's why
rules.
inspiration for Incredible Mini. As a real quick
That's it.
recap for what happened previously on our Endless Eclipse journey, the group had some harrowing times in the Temple of Petra. As sort of a larger summary, escaping from the Blood Lake, and running rather than continuing to fight the, having managed to, at least to your knowledge, destroy the Oblex, but fleeing from what?
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Dragon Con group costume, Oblex.
Oh,
connected to the
that
center.
would be so sick!
We're all
you gotta add that. That would
ghastly
be
color.
great.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in. Sorry.
One person's gonna have to be the blob, though.
Love the attribute.
Yes! Alex, I love you for so many reasons.
I'm curious, like,
That would be a
there-
sick costume.
There's so many cool costumes. Like I think of like the hanging tree from like Vox Machina or something like that. Again, just like
Yes.
for everyone
Like
who
the
just
old
wants to be a bunch of
people
corpses
from-
together.
Yeah, and just like everyone has just like a noose,
noose,
like
yeah.
hanging around their neck. Well,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Anyway.
Thank you for the likes. Smart.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, but fleeing the bone swarms that were continuously swarming about and cutting ribbons through you all managed to run for the relative safety of the temple. Yule and Ricard and Mira had a conversation and a quick prayer time outside the temple, beseeching their gods, their respective gods, and Mira just sort of like joining in and asking specifically for the return of Yule's and Mira's lost memories. They not only did not receive a direct response, but felt some sort of interference, something like straining mesh. I always think of that like it's probably Nightmare on Elm Street, that horror movie where that thing is trying to get through the wall of that person's bed and the wall extends like that sort of vibe, something straining towards you and there being some sort of barrier, a flexible barrier between you. That was, I believe, what Yule felt, whereas our dear Ricard felt a strange and searing heat. Neither of them got a direct answer to what they asked for, nor did they get their memories returned. But they both had a spell slot return and felt extremely sleepy, without any actual mechanical effect of like exhaustion or anything like that. Just a sudden onset of I want to go to bed. But instead of going to bed, they went inside the temple, and everyone got to have their own fun little solo adventure. Everyone was
Phrasing.
drawn into what seemed like a world of their own, where their greatest desires had been met, their deepest desires had been met, and their greatest losses returned.
It was mean.
One by one, some immediately seeing through the veneer, and some struggling more than others with a greater desire for the world that maybe also like a more reasonable world being presented to them, but a greater desire for the world that they were being offered. Struggled a little bit more to work through, these three especially. But one by one, all managed to break out and return to the realm of reason. everyone moved through. The flying, the level 9 ability for everyone to be able to fly really changed the dynamics of a lot of things. And everyone managed to fly daintily over, or not so daintily, over, and not touch any of the figures in the room, over to the altar where they sort of settled and tried to make themselves, make a space. And I'm going to pull up, they found a poem inscribed very neatly and intentionally into the altar of Petra. Just a second. Okay. And I have it. We have it right here. Inscribed by the hollow choir of Petra, let not grief mar the sacred place, let not memory walk these halls in mourning, let love remain untouched, untainted. We call upon Petra, mother of the forgotten, and ask to forget. She who caught the falling hearts and held them, we bind the sorrow beneath soft petals, we seal the truth behind her wings. Let those who dwell within remember nothing of pain. Let every parent hold their child, let every lover keep their embrace, let every friend laugh one more day. O Petra, cradle our hearts in your gentle touch, and let none wake from the dream you grant. And scandalized and enraged, Gawain stood up and marked with searing radiant fire words upon the inscription so as to mark it out and rewrite the inscription to say, let not mourning remain untouched. We call upon Petra, mother of hearts. We bind the sorrow beneath her wings. Let those who dwell within remember pain. Parent, child, lover, friend, laugh. Laughter day. O Petra, cradle our hearts in your gentle touch and let none dream. And with that inscription and that reading out of this redone poem, a surge of divine energy moved across the temple, much like Kieran once experienced in his own temple of Rhiannon. The energy, though, different. The walls shimmering with red rose light for a moment before the light died out, and all of the figures in the sanctuary who had been standing agape, their lights flickered and died, and they fell to the floor. Unfortunately, Peter's not here with us, but I will follow up with him for Gwaine and the sacred relic that he retrieves from the altar after this. I can't remember if Kieran took that opportunity to do sort of like another divine sense.
He did.
Okay. And would have read at that point that the temple was no longer desecrated. So we return to a room full of corpses, but otherwise settled, and a temple once again cleansed. And a group that has been through a lot.
Runo pops the cork and starts drinking his alcohol.
The cork, like the cork of the alcohol that he just always has in his hand, like, is that the vibe?
Special shit.
Gotcha.
Anybody?
Yes.
Mira reaches over.
You guys get
We're starting a queue.
Yeah, alright. We'll just circle it around if that's alright with you, Runo.
We're starting a queue.
Yeah, alright. We'll just circle it around if that's alright with you, Runo.
His eyes are like, there's blood and nose and ears is like, I haven't had this much of a headache since I started training with the Void.
Can I, for flavor, say that Kieran just has like 1 HP or like half of 1 left and is lay on hands and just gives him a little.
Actually, our dear Elian is going to walk over and hum as she brushes a finger across his forehead, and the, crusty blood stays on your face. But you will regain some points. Let me roll some d8s for you, buddy.
He was at 6 for like the whole time. Yeah.
So how much space is there?
That's 14 points of health.
Thank you.
I
Pats you on
think
the head.
I shall sit down now.
Are we going to rest up here on this place? Or on the stairs? Or do we want to use the temple floor?
I don't want to be down there with any of that.
I'll start moving them.
If we move them, the only place to move them that I have observed would be feeding something out there.
Ah, that's a fair point.
You have access to flames, do you know that? Looking at Mira.
Smoke
I
might
mean, I have. And she pulls out her sun scimitars. I have these. I wouldn't really call these flames.
We would need fuel.
That's true, I forgot that they were reflavored.
There's not enough fuel
Go back.
for this, and then the smoke would drive us out.
It
I'm just
smells.
like, do we want to be moving out of, I don't want to be in a room full of corpses either, but you said this room is safe now, right?
Yeah.
We just found a safe room.
Honestly, it's not the best place we've had to sleep. But the way things have gone, at least they're dead.
I have a compromise in mind.
Hmm?
Bodies can pile very easily. I'll move some of them. Ricard can make his dome of stars. We have respite within respite.
Are you talking about making a meat igloo?
There was enough room for the Dome of Stars up on the altar.
Okay, cool.
So-
Yeah,
That's-
they aren't up here yet.
That's so that's because that was being the question is like, do we have space up enough up here? Okay,
Like-
so having that.
Not on like the altar with the inscription itself,
But,
but,
like,
up on
in
the
this
raised
area.
sort of
Okay, cool.
dais. Yes.
I was like, please don't make us do a meat igloo with all the corpses.
make the
Sometimes-
dome and then I'll start throwing bodies on top of it. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do meat igloo, you know?
I want to see what it looks like.
Alright, we're opening the site for that.
Is that Tana or Ian you saying?
There's a difference. No, but she would still at this point kind of point out like, if we still require it, your dome of stars might be very useful.
Oh, thank you, Ricard.
I know that you all got your usual sleep recently, but are we needing to do so again for the sake of replenishing?
Yes.
I think we could all use a good night's sleep.
Yeah, you could.
I need sleep out. Well, I just don't want to have any more dreams. Dreams are scary.
Consider them a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would rest.
dreams are not a thing you've ever had. Dreams don't exist anymore.
That's true. I was like, okay.
You had a vision.
I was like,
You experienced another life for a while.
oh god. Alright. I have some questions for you chosen ones.
Runo, I really think at this point you either have to accept that you're one of the chosen ones, or just stop calling people that. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have chosen one doesn't have to be a concept, but you really seem to be insisting upon it. And if you are, I feel like you have to include yourself in that.
You have directly assisted in the cleansing of several temples
Okay.
that have been defiled for the entirety of this age of the earth.
And at this point, you're very much not different from your compatriots.
Okay, alright, fine, you
The
win.
spirit of Leander lives
Oh,
within you.
no.
Who has defied the darkness
First sentence
more
of character possession.
than you?
Okay, I guess, that's, well, we'll see. Okay, we'll say I'm a chosen one. TBD. To be determined by which I decide to choose or be chosen by. Anywho, oh god, it's been a very, very long couple of weeks, and I have an incredible amount of question, but what are we doing?
First, can I interrupt?
Sure.
What do you want to be called?
Bruno?
Okay.
Is Kieran drunk?
No, sorry.
Really
It's very
I'm trying to play tired,
Okay, got it.
but
That's why I was asking.
I'm tired.
swig.
And when Kieran, me tired trying to play tired is making Kieran seem
Gotcha.
drunk.
I was like, maybe he's so
Okay, no.
hurt that one swig of one
No,
shot of alcohol
I
was
was-
enough.
I was
Blood
over
thin,
one.
yeah.
No.
No, you're doing. That's fine. That's why I was asking him as a question.
What? So you prefer Runo?
Yes.
I thought that was the case, but I wanted to be sure.
I appreciate the clarification.
Hmm.
I know it's been confusing, but yes, I will take Runo, as it is the name I have chosen. But again, what are we doing?
You mean in the immediate term?
I think the bigger picture, I think we need to talk about, we all came together, most together, to deal with the Shadow Witch and potentially save the world or make it better. And there's a few holes in the argument or this mission we've been sent out to, such as no one has come back from this.
That's true. Yes.
That's what you told me.
However, sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
At this point, each of these temples showed no signs of anyone coming, affecting positive change, and then leaving for several hundred years. So, we've done a lot of things that no one has done.
I mean, Gwen was literally in the last temple having affected positive change.
It's obvious that the hands of divinity are upon our mission.
Okay.
Building the
Nothing has
foundation.
changed. Nothing has changed in the Temple of Valley for my entire life there until all of you.
Okay. But how does this move our goal forward? How cleansing these temples, every temple that we've been to has been desecrated. And one, we do not know by what. And look, for as long as I've been with this group, you guys have constantly shown me the power of the gods. Summoning champions from the chosen gods. Being able to fly, golden wings, all these things. Are, like, incredibly powerful artifacts. However, what has a power to corrupt divinity?
Are you asking rhetorically or literally?
I think literally. For gods who have been in this world that many have chosen and worshipped to, what could be something so powerful that could have caused them to be corrupted?
You're suggesting the gods themselves, that Leander himself was corrupted in some way?
Or
Is that what you're suggesting, Runo?
Was the Temple of Leander corrupted when you found it?
The temple was desecrated, but Leander would never be corrupted by anything.
Would you allow his temples to be so?
let me rephrase this. What has the power to corrupt these beacons of the gods. These beacons are supposed to be strongholds to the darkness that we've been dealing with. What could be so powerful that causes us to be corrupted and desecrated?
Well, nothing so powerful that we couldn't undo it.
Eni looks at Elian. Do you have any stories about something this powerful?
Powerful enough to corrupt divinity?
Mm-hmm.
In all of the tales, the only thing powerful enough to corrupt divinity is divinity.
So God is causing this, or another being of divinity, whatever it may be. Elian, you seem to know many tales. What do we know about this Shadow Witch? We've been on this journey for weeks, and we still do not know enough about the being that we're supposed to be slaying to return the world to a better place. We have not really stopped. To be fair, there were a lot of obstacles and survivals, but we still have never discussed about who is this being, what powers, what do we have to deal with. We have constantly walked into areas without preparation and have lost compatriots to this. The brothers. To be fair, those were okay. I'll take partial responsibility for that. Apologies. I'll take partial responsibility.
Hannah's eyes twitching.
But again, to me, this journey is flawed in many ways. The Temple of Soul, one of the raiding divinity, which from the tales that we've learned about the pantheons, does anyone remember if Soul was one of the originals? Because above board, Soul was like the king entity, right? And it had a bunch of like children.
Ram, and Yule is the one to talk to about this because he and his people study the old gods. Why don't you make me a religion check?
Let's use this.
All right.
Thank you.
17.
17. Yeah, I mean, putting out the group at general, but in specificity toward Yule. Ram was the god of gods, father of the other, tip of the spear, as it were, the first god of power and life, and Soul is one of the new gods. New god. I don't know if you saw, but I was putting quote unquote new gods in the concept of like after the fall of the shadow, when the old gods stopped being worshipped and being followed and being cared about, because prayers were no longer being answered and everything had so fundamentally shifted and they started falling and so much history was lost with the devastation of the world, and they started falling into the realms of memory. People started worshiping basically what you have, what falls into the sun, the moon, and the night. So you had, the sun, the stars, and the night. My apologies, there's no moon. So soul is the concept of that remaining power of the sun that sunlight that still exists under the protection of the Soul Warden and the Legion of Light, embedded in these relics of power, these sun relics, and they gathered, and the Soul Warden offered guidance and protection to the people from the night in a way that no one else could, with the loss of the light and the loss of the sun, with these empowered items, these lingering relics of that power. So when people, the concept of soul and worshiping soul, and the Soul Warden is that devotion to the Soul Warden, to the Legion of Light, to the concept of the light that was, the light that remains, the sun.
So do we know where these relics came from?
Make me a history. Make me a religion check, Ricard. And then, so that was like one, what's the word, category of worship, whereas others split off into worshiping, which is where Ricard's people fall, worshiping the stars, like the light that remains. So there's kind of like one sect that worships the light that was and the power of the sun that remains and protects them and provides warmth and light, and the soul tower. And then many started worshiping and requesting, and giving their prayers to the twilight, the stars, and the concept of twilight, the light that remains, that still guides their way, that still that still marks their time, that still lights the night that is. And then, as like a third offshoot, the first two were more together. The third offshoot came the Cult of the Void, that came to worship the darkness and said, "Why are we worshiping? why are we worshiping? The old order,
right?
When clearly shadow is
so like
the strength and power and the thing that holds."
So the two new pantheons were Soul for the sun, and then I'm so sorry, what's Callista for the stars, or those are the two new ones from the old pantheon?
Ricard specifically sort of. Well, you should ask Ricard about this. Because you shook your head, so I feel like you and I are on the same page with that, and you have the answer. So rather than me giving you the answer about Ricard, I feel like Runo can just ask Ricard about that. But that is the answer, the more overarching answer to your question.
So I put it back into what I was saying.
Yeah.
So is Soul now the dominant or the most powerful religion there is at this time? Not trying to say other religion doesn't important, clarify, but it seems from Soul having the power to be able to send out champions or chosen ones to this journey to try to get rid of the Shadow Witch. It seems that they seem to be the most powerful religious entity in these lands. I know I've only covered some parts of it, but we are from many religions, and there are many groups, and from the histories of what I've understood by speaking to each of you respectively, it seems that the soul the soul faction seems to be the most powerful religion at this time.
Mira says, it's definitely the most prevailing religion. Like, no offense to anyone here, but y'all are really a bunch of weirdos. Like, not as people. I mean, you're a little weird as people too. But it's sort of not normal for so many. This is an outlying group that so many of us.
Mira, have you been
worship the old gods?
Mira, you've been following Soul for I'm assuming many years, or
I mean, like more culturally than anything. I'm not like an avid
Okay.
worshiper and shit.
Please do not take offense to what I am about to say next.
You got me. I'm culturally swollen.
I would suggest that you have shed more blood and worship than many a
Yeah.
person in the past few centuries.
More blood and work. What?
You have actively been doing the God's work these past few weeks. These have been long weeks.
The past
They have.
The past 2 days feel like they've lasted months, honestly.
Just saying.
Perhaps even a year.
I'm
Crazy.
I appreciate that. I mean, I don't do what I do for any god. Again, no offense to anyone here. I don't do what I do for any god. I just,
You don't have to say it every time.
it's really important to Yule. Like, Yule feels very deeply about it, and I don't want to hurt his feelings.
He has to work with his own insecurities. She says that like loud enough for you to absolutely hear her say it.
I do not have insecurities.
Okay. Here,
My faith is secure.
I may have a comment that will offend people's faith.
You're just like, oh,
Please
good.
continue.
Spotlight off me!
Mira puts her hands like behind your head, yeah.
And like a scapegoat, uncanny dodge. I was like, Elian said that the only thing that could one of the things that could potentially corrupt divinity is another divinity.
Yes.
What if, and this is me and my paranoia, which has helped me stay alive for very long, what if a divinity caused the darkness?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And what if a divinity that caused the darkness, knowing that it would weaken the other gods, would place itself in a spot where they could rise using this darkness?
Which god would benefit the most from this?
One that has been
Damnable
prevailing
darkness.
for years. In a world of darkness, we seek hope. And in darkness, light prevails.
Are you saying that the soul wardens causing this?
Maybe we don't know how far back this goes, but to me, it logically doesn't make sense.
Under sort of
neither does it to me.
umbrella of the constellations, but a lot of
Think of it this way. The Soul Wardens have sent out many through this journey to deal with the Shadow Witch, and none have been able to come back and succeed. For many years, for as long as it happens, and we can't say we're the most powerful. There must have been others of great power. But again, Anne's comment about if divinity is the only thing that can corrupt divinity, it would make sense that it was a divine being who was able to bring this corruption and then rise up to it.
First, if you all have already learned some of the old gods, then perhaps you would have some knowledge of who this divine one would be that would have made some attempt to correct the others. How well did this Order of Soul prepare all of you to come this distance that you have?
Well, they started by murdering a bunch of people.
Strong start.
Elian goes, only liars. Liars and betrayers, like, quite honestly. I far be it for me to defend, but
Defend your sins however you would like to.
I didn't do
Murder is
anything.
murder.
My sins.
Well,
Wow.
I
okay,
didn't murder
so
anyone.
if there's a machine that is able
Thank you, Craig.
to destroy
I missed
liars,
that.
and liars step into it, that
That's what I'm saying.
it's at the very least collaborative.
They were warned and told to leave and given the opportunity to leave, and they did not leave, and they got the consequence of that.
Hey, regardless,
Elian wouldn't. Why would Elian be saying this? I think she just.
That's what I'm curious. Yeah.
Sorry, I think she just like took issue with literally the.
It was a blunt characterization, really.
Yeah, it's the lack of moral nuance in it that she took issue with.
They
So I
were
think she
warned.
would say that first thing that she said,
And then say devil's advocate.
and then let Kieran take it from there.
I mean,
She'd be like, I didn't kill anyone, and then Kieran takes it from there.
I mean, regardless, for what we have been doing, what we have been putting our lives into, for the lives that have been lost, I think we need to start asking more questions on why we are doing this. Just because clearing these temples may be the right thing in our eyes. Is this the way to do it?
Were you told to cleanse these temples by the soul?
No,
Let's catch Inu up.
we were not told.
Enu learns everything.
Sorry, what were you saying?
If that's
Joel?
okay with me saying.
We were not told to cleanse the temples.
In fact,
We were told to head straight to the witch.
it was asked of us why we're spending time in these temples.
Speaking of, have we checked in?
I've been bad at crafting carefully 25-word messages. I was hoping tonight we could collaborate.
Maybe Inu could help us.
I could do that.
I'm so
She
sorry.
specifically steps in front of Gwaine, who would probably be better at that. Maybe not. He's flowery. He's
Yeah.
flowery, actually.
He's
Now
a
get
bit
one.
of both.
25.
He has
Wayne's
been prompted
in
to
it.
introspection by recent events.
Yeah, give me the rock. I want to
Wayne
try.
is currently knelt before the altar of Petra, and that gives indication that he's listening, but he is mostly praying.
She respects
It
his
might
space.
take more than 25 words to explain you as speaker through it, so perhaps your input this time than maybe
But
later.
let me ask you this: why have they not sent out a message to us?
What message?
Why have we are supposed to check in, but don't they have the capability to check in on us?
Well, so can we just mustache and say she has been,
Yeah.
and most of my responses have been like, "Oh, right, so."
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, she's been. It's just that Kieran's the only one who has the sending stone,
Got it.
so he has intermittently gotten like a "Hey, checking in,
Got it.
what's going on" from Seraphine.
What's up?
What's up? Let's just like.
What was your religion check?
18.
18. Okay.
Oh, baby.
Oh, leaving the room. Oh, beaver nugget. And some
Sorry, guys. I have to know. I'm so curious now. But what's happening? I think.
Oh
there's
yeah,
been a lot
I'm
of-
also gonna say like there's a meta part of me as well that like after doing this one shot I'm kind of like
Well, it's also I think like legitimately above board. Like we've been like channeling. Yes, it's been like a non-stop chaotic run of like jumping from temple, dealing with like emergencies and threat. And now that we have the first breather, we should be asking more questions. I feel like.
yeah. It's
Kieran thinks this is the most irrelevant discussion ever.
Because you said okay. Also, just like meta comment on this campaign, I love specifically the two of you because I love high charisma characters who are so full of conviction. Because it means that like people like you, Runo, are like asking poignant enough questions. You know, in a moment like this, kind of be like, hey, what do we actually know about what we're doing? Obviously, there is a like cant to our actions that appears to be good,
Yeah.
but are we actually affecting change? And the two of you are kind of like, it's good. What do you need from me?
Yeah.
Like, I fucking love that.
Right, Kieran's going to bring up shortly. My god plucked me, and his god plucked him out of the party into the temples to directly change matters. Therefore, this is absolutely what we should be doing. But we'll have that conversation.
A question above board: has Karen told Seraphine and check in with him and let him like, oh yeah, we've been cleansing temples.
Yes, and she's like, why have you been doing that?
Oh, did she sound? I want to know.
Like, y'all have a mission here?
Yeah.
No. Why are you
She just
endangering
keeps warning
yourselves
us
doing
that,
this?
The witch's power keeps growing stronger as we dally.
Yeah.
And Kieran's like, temple's undefiled, forest now calm.
Calmer.
I mean,
Sunglasses.
world absolutely better than like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
You will agree with this.
I mean, yeah, Runo will, like, above what Runo does agree, like, we've been doing, like, the God's work.
Right.
But to what end is
But, like, yeah, like, there is valid question of, like, what happens then when we clear it. That, like, from the Pantheon, there's only one temple left. One from the old gods, which is Rurik. And Runo is gonna be fucking...
Which above table is the one I'm the most excited for.
And Rurik has, like...
Oh, yeah.
Runo is gonna be like, let me see what fucking, your original character,
Emrys.
Emrys, what he has written down about Rurik. Because Runo needs to know, we need to know more about Rurik. And-
Please ask, because I found something in my notes that I need to tell you.
Okay, well, I was gonna be
But
like,
it's an Emrys note, so I'm
yeah,
not telling
I'd be like, Karen, I need, like, you have the belonging of the brothers, so you have Emrys' journal. So, like, Runo will be, like, I need to see what's in Emrys' journal. Because he's the one who was, like, I think you shared with the party before they were potentially, or, like, you analyzed a lot, and maybe you had some notes about it, so it's like,
Yeah.
Runo will be like, this is
And
gonna
it was in, I think it was in the Temple of Meander in particular, where we did find, like, a text that was specifically about the gods.
Yeah.
Which is
Why
how...
Leander created the owls.
Yes!
And the lions. The lion folk. Leon and...
Leon.
Which is just badass.
They were
So,
just
like,
fun.
is anyone else concerned about how long we have been talking?
Just
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's
It's
interesting.
going on for a while.
So I kind of have to go to the bathroom, but I'm afraid to go to the hallways. Oh wait, actually not too bad. But like, as soon as I come
Walk
back-
over to the piss, just going blah 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 blah.
la la bladder, la la bladder.
Actually, never mind. I'll use the restroom real quick.
Okay, go.
I didn't want to intrude.
It's like, I'll wait for Kevin to come back and I'll ask you, Ricard.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Yeah, if everyone wants to take a real quick snip.
so damn
Which one? Oh.
I
Do you need to
swear,
cover something?
Runa's
No.
superpowers paranoia.
Hey, someone's got to be it.
Right? I love that Runo's coming in like, I'm coming in from the Cult of the Void as someone who is duplicitous, and I'm just saying, people be duplicitous.
Casting aspersions.
100%.
This is why I like playing the person who is devoted to like the God of Secrets, because I'm like, yeah, let's go in, let's do this. It's fun.
Wait, I need to know.
God, this thing is so fun.
What were you saying, Chris? Oh, no. I felt like you were starting to say something. When you
I do have something to say. Like, so Yule has something to say. First of all, Mir's characterization that we're a bunch of weirdos. Yule is not a weird person. And it would be weird if he was a weird person, because he's an elf. Second of all,
Specifically, to be clear, in case I wasn't, hopefully I was, but she was trying to point out that it is unusual, the ratio of old god worshippers in this group. That is not the norm. Most people don't still worship and serve the old gods. That was all she was trying to say.
yeah,
But I'm with you.
Yule just gets hung up on semantics.
Yeah, and I
Of
love that
course.
about him.
Yeah.
I love that for about him. He's like, I'm not a weird person. I'm a weird owl.
Second of all,
Yankovic.
you want to talk about people worshiping soul. And in Yule's theological opinion, soul's not a god, and it's not a religion. It's a reflection of all the old religions, all of the gods. This is the opinion of the cult of owls.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
Because they're just worshiping light. And light is a product of the gods,
Right.
not a god
Oh,
itself.
okay. Valid.
And that is a way, and y'all can talk about this in character if you want, but like, that is some people, and flippin', what's his face? Runo would have no reason to know this. Like, all the questions he's asking are very valid because he grew up in the Cult of the Void. Like, he knows one way of thinking, and that's it. But, like, these others, maybe not you, these others would know that
These homies.
these homies, that
These
there,
fellas.
these three, that there are those who serve, who worship these concepts. There are those who worship more like you, who worship the old gods and I won't step on the cards. There are those who worship the old gods, but like under the concept of these concepts, and then there are those who do it sort of backwards, which is what Yule was referring to, which is like these concepts are just overarching conglomerations of what these old gods actually are. So there are those who see it that way. There are those who see it as like there are the old gods and they've turned into these concepts, and there are those that see them as completely separate and go, this is one thing, the old gods were another thing, and we've left that behind.
He just... Ricard. Is Callista, is she one of the new deities? Is she part of the old pantheon? Like, what is, like, her opinion of the Soul Wardens? Or what is your opinion on it?
The Church of the Constellation was formed, directly after the Desolation. And so many of what came from followers of Callista, some followers of Vali, created the Church of the Constellation. And it's me being, a cleric of the Church of Constellation. I've studied. We know that so much of this is born of our faith in these old gods. And then for me, that is Callista, which is, one of the old gods. Now, as far as what we consider for the Soul Wardens, I mean, they are, again, much like us. They were created from the congregation of followers of other gods, Leander being one.
So, from my understanding,
Gods, Leander being one.
So, from my understanding of these old gods are what is right now being worshipped. And one of these legacies are sending us to deal with this entity that we have no understanding about, our target per se, and want us to deal with this target to do what? Cures of darkness? Which is on surface level, sure. But why now?
But
Book board, real quick.
At the bicentennial of the Shadowfell!
I swear to God, it's definitely because of that.
Weren't we specifically told at the beginning of this, like, it was because the void was growing stronger?
Yes.
Okay.
That the shadow in the west was growing stronger.
And that's why we were being sent out. That was what prompted our drink. Okay, so back in character.
Yeah. So,
Well, it was because the void was growing stronger. And they needed someone to go and address that.
we have been feeding. In my time with the void, we have done sacrifices to the void to appease into the darkness as we worship them. If that's what has been growing, my question is like, if that is a cause, I've never heard of this witch. It would seem if the void was connected to this witch, I would have heard about her, but I haven't. And that is what's confusing to me.
If I may, I know not by what mechanism I came to be. I know not by what mechanism the old light came to be. I know not many things. I know not how this sword works. If you wish to know everything, that is noble, but you will not take another step in this life. What I know is, light prevailed for all of memory until this past age, which is very brief. Some mechanism, some agent of some evil god made this to be, and I know I am, and we are, agents of another design. One whose scoreboard has many more tallies than does the darkness. If a coup is affected once, it can be again.
Amen. These are the words of bravery and strength.
Okay, alright, you two. Okay, I think...
Holy Bro 5.
Okay. Passing my paranoia for now. I think we're all in agreement that we must clear the last temple. But then what do we do next? Do we then finally continue our journey to deal with this Shadow Witch?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I've pledged my life to protect those on their journey.
And that's fine. And I'm not saying that we do not do that. But we do need to know more about what we're dealing with. Every temple that we've been to, knowing that we're going to at least, we did not know the challenges that we'll be facing. And after the 5th time, maybe the 6th time's a charm that we need to know what we're doing. We need to, I would say we need to know more about Rurik. We need to know what potential changes they may cause. I'm not saying we're going to know exactly what challenges it's going to be, but maybe getting prepared for it would be good. And then we need to know what this Shadow Witch can do. We still don't know exactly where she's at, and the woods are dangerous.
What would Yule know about Rurik?
Making a religion check.
Another hallway conference.
As you're doing that, Elian is going to say in response to what?
That's a net 1.
Oh,
So
it feels appropriate.
There is less knowledge and scripture on Rurik than any of the other gods. There are many theories about this in your set. And it is the the source of some speculation amongst your leadership. There are some who say that Rurik, being the god of change, that his nature was in keeping, very changeable, and therefore it was more difficult to keep a common record of what he's like and what he's about and his worshippers and what, sort of things they followed. There were some who said that being the youngest and least powerful and important of the gods, that he was a lesser source of interest to scholars, and therefore there's less knowledge to have learned about him. And other possible thoughts that I don't have right now. But that's what I'll say within that one, is that there are different prevailing theories about why, but there isn't a lot of information out there about Rurik. And of the... that was the last thing I was going to say, was like his domains being rebellion and change. I guess the last theory is in the current like study of him, is like that's just of less interest to people than like the domains of beauty and peace and love and loss and these things, and power and life, you know, joy and freedom, these things that are much more fundamentally, you know, fundamental to personhood and more powerful in passion. You know, it both may have created less knowledge about him passed through, and less interest now in your current scholars looking into him, as opposed to others that exist, like Leander, of bravery and strength.
Kieran holds up the sending stone. She'll be frustrated. But she's been frustrated. But she wasn't plucked by her own goddess and deposited to move the wheels of fate wheresoever she pleased. Therefore, I'm fine with that. We could ask.
What objection would they have to us growing in might, in power, and strength as well?
Yeah, we've gotten like great stuff from each of those temples, right?
She has a certain straightforwardness of vision.
Fair.
Could you just tell her a partial truth?
But we need to give her an update too.
Tell her we're making...
Give a boon, get a boon.
Tell her that we are making our way to the west. Technically true.
Yes.
We just had some obstacles. We could say that the Void Blades were involved, which is also true. And that we had to deal with them. But we are still making our way west.
Will you tell them of me and of Gwen?
That's a lot with 25 words. Maybe we give her just...
Does anyone have a pencil?
Do compound
Elian
never
pulls out
mind.
a quill.
Oh. Karen,
You are the best equipped to help us craft a succinct message and request.
Yeah, she flicks a hand, and you know that spell where like the quill writes on a piece of paper next to you. Hers does that.
Okay. What are the things that we need to get across?
heading west.
Still on a mission.
Still on a mission, heading west. Complications due to the Void Blades.
But we also are willingly set upon this task.
Still cleansing temples.
Yes.
That's it. That's
I
all we
would
need
say
to say.
I mean,
grow stronger every day.
But we can say, quite truthfully, that the hand of divinity has been upon us to set
In short
on
words,
this task.
You gotta do it in smaller words.
God's made me do it.
There you go.
do you have inspiration? That was so good. All your roleplays have been great.
We have Gwen as well. Heroes from antiquity.
Yeah,
How do we communicate that?
New
Old
allies.
hero.
what was his ordering? Well, he was one of the first of
Donkcloaks.
the Dawncloaks.
Gwen looks over his shoulder and says,
Okay, I said that in character, but Kieran will know.
"Oh, totally. Does Kieran know? Did he say he founded the Dawncloaks?
He said that he was like, he said he was one of the Dawncloaks,
Oh.
and he said,
Runo knows.
huh.
He just looks over his shoulder and says, "We were the first excursion out into the darkness."
Okay,
New allies, old times.
That specifically may be of interest to the Soul Wardens.
Regrouped with first excursion.
That will provoke questions as to how.
How good is she at messages? Because I feel she's gonna have a lot of questions.
She has had fewer details to convey than we have. Hers tend to be more,
Once a day.
Once in 20
just keep on the mission. Is everyone still alive? And there was one, that's unfortunate, carry on. I hope you don't mind me giving that characterization.
Of what?
Well, Seraphine's your character,
Yeah.
and I just put words in her mouth, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, I don't mind that at all.
Okay,
I
so what I
figured
have
that
so
would
far,
be the kind of
No,
callous
I
response
just
to
read-
Zeke and Emerstein.
It's unfortunate.
I think she did write something back about, like,
Mm.
this is a great loss, like,
Oh,
what
okay,
are
yeah.
you doing now?
Okay.
But it wasn't 25 words, so it was like, it was kind of like that. It was, that's unfortunate, carry on. But
Okay.
we were like, that's terrible. How's the mission going? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are you coming back? Like, what's the deal?
yeah.
Did you say you'd picked up 2 stragglers yet?
No.
No, that has not been revealed yet. I don't think.
I
I mean, I guess, yeah. Cavender
only
has to work on
Calendar
that,
knows
yeah.
that. Kieran be sending messages.
Okay.
Oh,
So what I have,
I'll check.
so what I have so far is mission continues well. Further west, cleansing temples in stride. Complications with void blades. Amassing power. Found first excursion survivor. That's 18 words. We have 7 left.
oh, you're writing it. Okay.
Good
I
inspiration.
didn't want to say.
I still do.
Let's say Gwaine of First Expedition survived and joined, because who knows? They might know who he is.
Okay, that turned it into from 4 words to 7. But
We're gonna put a pin in that, just that particular part,
Okay.
to hear from Pater whether Gwaine would say whether he wanted to be named or not.
Ah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if he'd have any feelings about
okay,
it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we'll make
that
this
is
24 words, Justin, because literally what I can change it to is found first excursion survivor, comma Gwaine.
Okay.
So if we leave this at 24 words total, that just gives us some wiggle room for the D.
Okay.
Or for
Then-
Pater, rather.
Yeah.
Then need information about Rurik.
About which?
Rurik.
Ideally also about the witch.
Oh, that was the who's on first moment. That was
The,
he
Sorry,
like,
I wasn't trying to be.
that was so funny because we heard like
And-
about which one and
the god Rurik and witch.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, just him. We don't need to know about the other gods. Right, we just need about the witch.
yes.
Which
Which one?
Anyway, found excursion survivor, and then just the final question is: we need information about Rurik.
Yes.
Okay. Require intel on Rurik.
Right.
Oh, Kieran, don't you have Everest's law
Can
journal?
you slash?
Yes, I do.
Let me see
Is
it.
that all just one?
He would like to write notes, and I know he was.
20, 21, 22. We have 2 words left.
Rurik and Witch.
Make sure you write it WITCH. Not
There is no
W.
writing. It's a sending stone.
Make sure you enunciate.
Alright. Consent from everyone. Mission continues well. Farther west, cleansing temples in stride. Complications with void blades. Amassing power. Found first excursion survivor, Gwaine. Might not say that. Require intel on Rurik and Witch.
She will respond saying, "Why are you cleansing the temples?" So if we take out mission going well, because if it wasn't, we can say, gods are making us. This has been a point. She keeps asking.
To be fair, Kieran, I don't think she could do anything about it now.
Yes, but that will cut down the words of her response.
No one
I-
can stop
does-
the will of Leanne.
Does she not have a council or any other like soul wardens that can like
That's right.
double check the message?
She has seemed to respond impulsively sometimes.
I love
Why
this
did we
take.
listen to it?
I love this take that y'all are getting Kieran's take on Seraphine is what you're getting.
It's like, what?
This is like
Seraphine is an excellent soldier. Very concerned exactly with our orders.
Don't you think maybe we should assume what she was going to say? You know, what they say about assuming.
I heard a term once.
Use
called
of words and messages. Yes,
pattern
correct.
recognition.
Okay, the wording has been changed.
I'm turning like one message from her into an entire
Yeah,
pattern.
it's
I'm
great.
sorry.
I think it's
Like,
hilarious.
It's so funny.
I'm taking this as a combination of like what you're expounding on, which is like, hey, we're taking this like we've done multiple messages, and Kieran's take on the messages he's received, as opposed to like no one else has heard them, so this is just this is Kieran's what's the word when you interpretation.
Oh yeah.
She did in the one message that we have exchanged. She was very like that is unfortunate and sad, but she's very mission focused. Is what you're getting at, and she is. She's extremely mission focused. It was like that's really sad. Why are you cleansing temples? Why like how's the mission going? Like, and I do think that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick reading of the quick revision. Mission continues well. Further west, gods command temple cleansings.
Nice.
Good.
Okay. Alright. You have final read. Do you want to actually look at it?
Read it.
I'm gonna put it in the thing as you say it.
Not gonna say extra stuff.
Hi there, fuck. Fuck, wait, shit, hold on. I had this written down. Okay, Soulware.
Let me start over.
I have to say that
Sorry, Seraphine.
it's done.
Okay, this is 23 words. Is everyone okay with hello?
23 words, and we have 24.
25.
We have 25. I planned.
Oh.
I planned for 24. I might have written 23.
The last two words should be Leander lives.
Oh my god.
I was waiting for it. I was like, you was gonna say praise Leander. He's gonna
Or
pitch
praise
praise Leander as the
Leander.
Give me
last
this
two
down.
words.
Let me say blessings of
That's-
Bali over and over again 12 times.
Maybe tomorrow.
Give me this.
Message crowded.
I thought you should do. Wait,
Are
what?
those your
So
first
now-
two words? Maybe.
No, I haven't announced that.
Is this
Okay.
thing on?
Alright. Okay.
Elian, how do I use this? The camera is facing my face. I need...
How do I flip the camera?
Seraphine.
God damn it.
Already started different than what he was gonna say.
No, that was message. Okay. Mission continues well. Farther west. Gods command temple cleansings. Complications with void blades. Amassing power. Found first. Expedition survivor.
Maybe he...
Require intel on Rurik and Witch. Sorry, it's dark and it's hard to read.
Roll me.
My handwriting is
Roll me a
also...
D4.
My handwriting is also... Always the greatest.
Yeah, just to let you know, I have the possession of Emerson's journal.
2.
Right now.
Perfect. Are you looking in it?
Yeah, I'm fucking digging through that thing for anything regarding Rurik.
Can I reveal something that Emrys took notes on too?
Ooh, I counted them all out. You can't say Gwaine with everything that you just said, so
Okay.
it is as is. That was exactly 25.
Perfect.
5, 6,
Just having a word
Yeah,
count.
so
Need intel
10,
on.
11, 12,
Hello,
13,
Seraphine.
14,
Did
15,
intel on
18, 19,
Rurik
20,
and-
21, 22, 23. Yeah, that's why I said don't say Seraphine. now he can't.
No!
Now he can't say Gwaine.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Alright,
It's
well
fine.
that's just solidified then. Okay. Runo has been given Emrys's old notes. There's something from my notes that I am begging to share with him. Okay, may I?
He's got him, yeah.
Okay.
He's been looking through him.
Yeah, as you look through the notes, you would specifically find the, I think you would probably find it as like a charcoal rubbing, or something in that line of the scroll that you all found in the Temple of Leander, which was one that listed the gods. And with that, you would also see Emrys's own, like,
Side notes.
Annotations. Yeah, exactly. Specifically when it comes to Rurik, he would, what would he have done there? I think that of all of them, Rurik specifically would have, like, a very small marking next to it. But the part that you would see that he would have sort of highlighted and put a question mark next to. And correct me if I'm misquoting this, but this is what I have in my notes, so I presume that you said it. It refers to Rurik as a storm that cracked the heavens.
In what temple did you find that?
In the Temple of Leander, I rolled a natural 20, and we had a list. It's where in my notes I have the original list of all the gods, the old gods, and that was part of the description that you gave on Rurik.
Fantastic. So,
Me
you
being
got
a detective.
fuck you what?
I was like, fuck me for being a detective. It's like the epiphany is clear again.
Listen, Edie was
I
I was so
That
excited.
was so great. I was like the epiphany.
We got it, baby.
So.
Anyway, go on.
I miss Emrys too. Oh my god. When we were coming up, when we were building out the Valiant Faith.
Yes.
We were building out. We were chatting back and forth, and I was like, "Rest in peace, Emrys. You would have loved the Valiant Faith."
I just responded with like a crying emoji.
I feel so bad, like going through this,
He would have
realizing
been
how
so
much Emrys
happy.
would have loved Valiant.
He would have loved the
He would
folly.
have loved
Yeah.
the Valiant
Shout out
Faith.
to Emrys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emrys. We didn't know. So Runo,
Yeah.
I think it makes total sense in the context of both the fact that you have been thinking a lot about this and in these sort of lanes, specifically about the gods, specifically about Runo, specifically about Rurik as like his domains align to you and your feelings of rebellion and change and redemption.
Yeah.
Not that redemption is one of the domains of Rurik, but that being like an element of rebellion and change. I think you thinking about that, and then also you going through Emrys's notes, and having played out and said that was something that you were doing, that you would catch that you would be flipping through his notes and see that there was an inscription that he took from and sort of like an engraving. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Like when he did the engraving,
Mm-hmm.
marking from y'all's time in the Temple of Leander that had. Was that? I know that you made special note of that. Did it say
Yes.
anything about any of the other gods?
It did. Mostly it was just like, the notes that I have on it
Yeah.
are mostly just that it was listing who the gods were and their progression.
Yes.
Like it was specifically going from like Ram was the first, something, I can't read my own notes.
It's all good. I've got them.
Leander second, a guardian, Rhiannon third, source of joy, Callista fourth, beauty itself, Volley, which has a question mark next to it in my notes, which I find very
I
funny.
love that.
Fifth, darkened secrets, Petra sixth, love and loss, Rurik last, a storm that cracked the heavens. And then I also made a note that I wrote wrong in here where I said twins, but I wrote it by the wrong two people. So it is in fact Volley and Petra that were the twins.
Yes, Volley and Petra
Yeah.
are the twins. So that's what he would have found, was that sort of like rubbing of the markings that Emrys had found in the Temple of Leander and had taken a rubbing of, and that is imprinted with that information.
After
If I
Runo.
could- Yeah, can I also embellish a little bit about
Yeah.
how Emrys takes notes and stuff like
Sure,
that?
I love how Emrys takes that.
I think that you would have been given multiple notebooks.
Yeah.
I think that one of them you would see is quite literally like a repository that is essentially like a table of contents for his own notes.
That's totally Emrys.
Yeah, And so you would see a lot of pages that essentially have like one word on them, a couple of like page numbers, and then a lot of blank space.
Got it.
Where he was making room to kind of be like, here are the things I'm going to take notes on. When it comes to Rurik, I think that you would see specifically pointing to that passage.
Yeah.
And I think you would find another point in one of those other books that is a bit later on, where he writes about Rurik and writes some things about like, and essentially it's some very like brief scattered notes that essentially say like, appearance of flame, present at request, or something. He wouldn't phrase it like that, but he would say like present. And I think he would write down, like, in quotation marks, what was the thing that, I'm trying to remember the thing that I said as Emrys. When I pledged myself to him.
Yeah. That was, did you say it out loud is my question, because I have a memory of that moment. Because Zeke had just died.
Yeah, I think that was something that...
Zeke just got decapitated.
Yeah.
And then I remember... what you said to me and what Emrys said inside, like, his mind and heart.
Yes.
I don't remember if he said anything out loud.
No, he specifically avoided saying anything out loud, except to Zeke, because Zeke's the only person that he told.
Right. So would that be something that these, like, I could speak to that, but that wouldn't be something that
so I think
know.
So I think that what I am saying here is that Emrys records as much as he possibly can.
Okay.
Like, even though he has a really good memory, like, he also, like, records things to pick, because that's his big thing. He's big
his whole thing is creating record, creating history, trying to connect other people to knowledge through that shared knowledge.
So essentially, I think that he would have a record of his encounter with Rurik.
Okay.
I think that it's not good prose, but I think that it is, like, very, like, detail by detail. And I think part of that you would sort of see in there...
Yeah.
Essentially, that in quotation marks kind of implied that Emrys is the one who said it.
I'll write you for a second.
Yeah. Something along the lines of, I pledge to you under the word that this too shall pass. So I think that nobody knew this except Elian, presumably, but she hasn't told the rest of the party. So I think that this would be... DM, if I'm overreaching, please say so. But, like, I'm under the impression that this is the moment that Runo would sort of learn when Emrys did that thing to save Zeke's life from the decapitation.
I don't know that Runo would put that... That's as close to overreaching as I feel like you've come, because you've established it very concretely that Emrys is someone who records and keeps notes, and that he has... And I absolutely think that he is the type of person who would have left record even of what he does not say, because that's the type of person that he is. So I don't no issue with that whatsoever. I think that's totally fair. Whether or not what Runo would conclude from those notes is a separate thing.
That makes sense.
And then what was it? Okay.
But you mentioned, and I think that he would have, flame, yes?
Yes.
So flame and a pledge to so I'm trying to suss out of this what Emrys left specifically in his notes.
Yeah.
So, like, was it like on a particular, like, journal style, like on the day that
Yeah, I think that for
Zeke came back?
Yeah, I think the way that Emrys's notes work are, he has one larger book that is essentially just sequential. It is just whatever he is, like, noting. And then, like I said, he has that second book that is essentially a table of contents where he's noting down major topics.
Okay.
So if you're flipping through this, then you're seeing sequentially, where it's like, okay, this is when we were in the Temple of Leander.
Yeah.
This is after we left. This is blah, 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 blah.
So you would see at a point around the time that, if Emrys was keeping notes of major events, like Zeke decapitated, and then something to the note of encompassing flame and a pledge to... What was the thing that you said about this too shall pass?
I pledged to... I forget how I phrased it, which is what's upsetting me.
Do you think he would say, and a pledge to Rurik?
Yes.
What do you think he'd say?
Well, I think that he would specifically put that he said, like, I pledge to you under these words that this too shall pass. But I think that he would also say, like, essentially he would put down, like, I saved my brother's life with a pledge of servitude.
Okay. Immediately when I read this, if you recall, what was when... correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Runo had a mental message from Zeke when Zeke passed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall what it was.
I don't recall Runo getting a mental message from Zeke when Zeke... Oh, yeah, like in his dying moments, him sending a message to Runo. He did do that, and I can look back at that session to see what it was, but it didn't have anything to do with...
just checking it.
Yeah, for sure. Zeke did not know the things that you're thinking about from Emers's book.
Okay. Immediately, Runo after the crackling storm, and in that, he'd be like... Runo will, like, think back, and it's like... He'll ask Elian, because she is a bard of many knowledge. What do you know of Rurik?
Make me a persuasion roll.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wish I could help you.
Also, as before you say that, because I was jumped in to say this at one point in time, but things shifted. That because Kieran and Runo were sort of having a back and forth, and Kieran responding to Runo in that, like, hey, we may not know if you what you said it in such a perfect way. For a second, it sounded like a threat.
If you need to know everything, you'll never take another step.
Then you'll never take another step. For a second, I read that as like, if you need to know everything, I will make sure you never take another step. And I was like, oh my god.
I also heard that.
I know, because we have the same.
Especially with the sword drawing.
No, exactly.
I'm so annoyed. I will kill your questioning.
That's really how it read for 2 seconds.
Okay.
You're asking why I have
Kieran's having a bad day.
One time I had a guy come into the library, and I don't know how this happened, but he pulled out a box cutter and said, I'm not a violent person.
Oh my god.
Like, with similar vibes.
No!
I know!
So straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Straight roll?
Give me a second, though.
Oh.
Hold on to that. So jumping back to that moment, because Kieran was like, hey, we're never going to know everything. If you try to, you're never going to take a step forward. What we do know is that, you know, light reigned until the current age, and if I'm summarizing, it was a great speech, but it was like, and if a coup was made, then a coup can be made again, sort of. In the Kieran way, sort of being like, hey, it doesn't super matter, we're gonna fight for good.
Fair enough.
Very consistent characterization. And I feel like because what that was in response to Runo saying, yeah, but like, who? Right? Like, he was like, but like, who is the Shadow Witch and why are we doing this? Like, and I wish that I could rewind back to that moment because I had what Elian was going to say in response to that, and now I don't remember the exact words. But no, you didn't do anything wrong. No one did anything wrong. But I do think that Elian would sort of lean forward at that moment and say, like, oh, I remember what it was because you will lean forward and was like, and that is the spirit of bravery and strength. And it was. And Elian would have said something to the note of, as brave and strong as your words are, and the spirit of the show, I do not think that it lacks, I do not think that it is wise to dismiss the wisdom in questioning our own knowledge. It is, there is power in story and in knowledge, and she sort of looks over to Inu in that and glides her gaze over to Yule, and says, and for all of Leander's strength and bravery, your people also have learned the good and the necessity of gathering knowledge. It seems to be that wisdom is also something that you value. I think there's wisdom in wanting to know more. And not perhaps simply being the heir of yes.
Then on your word, I shall not consider this conversation fruitless.
I'm not saying that we can't. I'm simply saying it seems wise to me, Runo.
We owls were created to be the eyes of Leander. That means we are to observe. And learning what we have from Emerus's journal, the observation I have is that Emerus was able to speak with a god, whereas Ricard and I were prevented. Which leads me to believe that perhaps we could also communicate with this god. Maybe that's how we find out more.
Ominous music appropriate.
So, my role?
Ominous music appropriate.
So, my role?
So, you turn to Elian. And I think she would say, oh, that's, I think Mira would cut in at that point and go, no, because Mira knows, because she was with you guys. Yeah. Yeah, I think just everyone takes notes that you takes note of the fact that you guys tried to speak to a god, to your gods, and couldn't talk to your gods. Mm-hmm. Which Enu would be very familiar with.
Yeah. Maybe her biggest frustration.
She's like, that's normal. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
That's life.
no one's able to speak to gods. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole point. The reason that I exist is because the gods have been silenced.
Kieran,
I felt the surface tension. I almost felt his touch.
I felt the heat of Callisto warming me, but just no words.
Rhiannon has always given me exactly as much as I needed. Which...
Sorry, I just love Kieran so much.
I have not considered, perhaps, that those who have not shared that exact experience may feel less inclined to leap and expect wings to appear.
I think the gods are very strange communicators in the way that it does not seem to speak common, but speak in divine powers in other ways, where really just a message will do sometimes.
The gods do move in mysterious ways.
So mysterious that we don't know them anymore.
We have no lack of miracles on record that we have witnessed. And some we have even taken direct part in.
My view on gods have definitely changed.
Hell yeah.
I think
Cheers.
I think, though, Rhiannon is smarter than me by a lot. If something was as much dumber than me as I am than Rhiannon, my explanations wouldn't mean much. But there'd be circumstances where I'd tell it to go over there. Because he's never seen a dog. Everything's bad now.
He's like, I don't have this metaphor to use. You've seen the hex legs.
Everything would go well for it if it just did. So, never mind. Let's scratch that.
I was so lost for a second.
I was with you 100%. I was with you the whole time.
What is he cooking?
Yeah, I was with you. Elian's gonna going to say, I hear you on the leaping and finding wings, and that being your experience. Consider that if Runo had not questioned what he was told was true and holy, that he would stand your enemy and sacrilege. It seems to have turned out well for you, and I think there is wisdom in realizing that that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing to question. And then we'll say that Runo knows. Elian, what do you know about Rurik?
In that awkward pause.
Total roll, 32.
Oh!
I
How?
have a plus 10 to persuasion.
My charismatic boy!
Roll 17 plus 10. I use my last psychic die.
Woo!
To bust it up and shoot up to 32 because sometimes
I could
DC
argue
is
with-
impossible means jack shit to Runo.
This is what rogues are for, baby.
Alright then.
There's a deep, deep stare into your soul.
Don't keep your secrets.
That's funny.
Alright then, your secrets.
Runo. I need to know everyone's passive insight.
18.
Okay.
I
And
think
Runo, as the person asking the question, you can roll me an insight check.
Double check that problem.
18.
18.
18.
Hello. What the fuck?
Fucking insightful bunch.
I love
11.
That tracks so
21.
much. He's just
21
like,
Runo.
people are good and monsters are bad. 21?
It's just
No.
also...
20. No,
I
so
love Kieran
passive
Himbo.
insight 21.
Yeah.
What?
Kieran the himbo.
Yeah, it's great.
Passive insight 21. Active insight for the roll of 25.
Oh, hey.
Beautiful.
Yo, do you have the observant feat?
Nope. I specialize in it because Bruno was an assassin and he needed to know what people's vibes were.
Sure, but even with expertise in
That's what I specialize in.
even with expertise in insight, you usually can't get up to that high.
That's
What-
what I focused on.
I don't know.
I was
Just-
like, Bruno's thing is paranoia, and he needed to know.
I'm
who
here
to
for
trust.
Well, we'll have to ask Peter when he gets here what Gwen's insight is, but
I guess I'm loving that we all built characters for the apocalypse, like characters who need to like survive like horrible physical circumstances.
Right,
but all
right.
of us to like, but lies might happen.
oh, lies!
Yes.
That's
Lies are
so
just as
funny.
bad.
Whereas,
They
like,
are.
it's the inverse with Titans Rising, where it's like, there are, like, obviously there are lies in here as well as physical things.
Yeah.
But, like, hard emphasis on the physical things. And, like, the inverse with Titans Rising, where they're like, there is intrigue and physical things, but hard emphasis on the intrigue.
Mhm.
And they're all running around like, not all of them, but most of them like, hey, passive insight 13, I don't know, like 12, 13, I don't know what you want to say.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't know what people are lying about.
And I'm like, tell me your secrets.
You all, except Kieran, see something pass across Elian's face when he asks that question. There's definitely surprise there, like just the full
Blade.
unexpected. I was not expecting to be asked this question, which seems to be why you're getting this insight. Because usually, Elian is all poise
Yes.
and careful grace.
This is so appropriate because Kieran just trusts Elian so
I
much.
know,
Like,
and I-
Kieran just loves
I
Elian.
really feel like
Listen.
it's so perfect for the interaction, for the relationships. But something like a shadow and being caught off guard crosses over her face. And I will give to you guys that you realize in that moment that this is the first time you have ever seen Elian caught off guard.
probably less impactful for me than it is for the two of them.
Yes. Yeah. Because Inu hasn't spent as much time. She's like.
She still has the impression that Elian, where she's like, Elian, you smile too much. Like,
you seem chill.
You seem chill about things that everybody else is not chill about.
Right, but so is Inu, so I feel like they have that in common.
It's true, but also Inu.
She's like,
whatever.
she's like, you're an outlier amongst your people.
Yeah.
But that is true for you guys. Runo, you see for a moment in that shadow conflict, like the type that is like consideration of how to respond, and an ancient rage. And there is, and I think this is one of the reasons that y'all pick this up in your insight, is that there's like a pause where she doesn't immediately answer. And you ask specifically, what do you know of Rurik?
Yeah.
Seems an odd question to ask me. I imagine our feathered friend over here knows a lot more about one of the old gods than I do. Most of my stories are of the current world. I have some old stories.
Can I tell she's lying? With the roll 25 insight?
Let me finish.
Sure.
And
Sorry.
then... No, you're good. And then I will happily answer that question. Because that is not... I think with your 25 insight, that, like, that is not fully a lie.
Yeah.
Like, she is caught off guard.
Right.
Because that is a question she would expect you to ask Yule and not her. And most of her stories are about, like, you read in that truth that the stories that she has are mostly of the current world and not of the old world. So that sort of, like, clashes with what you're seeing of, like, that she does have opinions about this and it's not her area of expertise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She says, I mean, what do all of us know? He is the god of change and rebellion, and that, yeah?
I say, what was the word that wasn't Emers's notebook? The crackling storm.
The storm that cracked the sky.
And I said, the storm that crackled.
The heavens.
that
Crack the
matter?
heavens? Sure.
Does that matter to you?
I want it to be what comes out of Emer's notes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I say that specifically, and I look at her intently.
Oh, yes. That is a very old story.
So you know the story.
Music and drink.
Music, good job, music, inspiration to the music. I love it when I find like a good
Song.
rolling playlist
Yeah.
to meet the right thing.
Yeah.
And then when it happens to like sync perfectly. So you said, so there is a story, or you know the story.
So I said, you know the story. A story.
What are you asking me right now?
I think it will be good for you to share the story with us.
She looks around the group, each one individually.
That's your character doesn't get it.
Eyes lingering.
Sorry, I just
Can I make
noticed
it-
a passive.
Insight check on that action.
I
Sure, especially given like your passive insight. I feel like that would be like, oh, I noticed something and now I'm like leaning in.
Yeah.
And what's going on here?
Yeah,
So,
because the moment of kind of like, oh, that was a weird reaction you had, and then because that's the thing, if we were having a conversation here and you were like, wait, if you like asked me something weird and I was like,
she's not. Maybe I'm making it sound weirder than it is. I'm just saying that like her gaze moves around the circle, like to look at everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and not just at Runo. She's like taking in the whole group and how they're responding.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, but nonetheless,
You
Elian
can
being,
absolutely, yeah. Like I think
nonetheless,
that's fair.
Elian being.
But she's not like.
I feel like spending that.
Kieran's looking at that like, is he suggesting she's untruthy?
I know, I said this like a prop up, I was like, oh shit, Karen just got it.
Matched my passive, so 18 again.
Yeah, you see in her face just like her taking in the group, sort of like everyone's looking at her right now, and her taking in what they less like her expressing anything and more her taking in what everyone else is emoting.
Rather less pointed attention and more absorbing attention.
Yeah, oh, very much, very much. Consider how should I answer this. Alex, do you remember the conversation? Do you remember the conversation that Elian and Runo had when they took watch together?
No, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I wish you remembered it, but but there was she asked to take watch with you at
Yes,
one
I
point
do
in time.
remember that.
She asked to take watch with Ricard at one point in time. After you had spoken about like there being more nuance to light and darkness.
Yes.
And to summarize was just sort of like encouraging you, like saying like I agree with you and I think that that is a good thing to consider, and trying to encourage and like speaking to him that he to encourage and support him, let him know he was supported in that perspective, because there were a couple people who sort of jumped down his throat on that specifically. Kieran, as you know, because Kieran's thing is like, no, there's light and there's darkness, and light is good and darkness is bad. And she sort of had a side conversation with you afterward that was like, hey, I think that that is important nuance to hold. And you know, and I think that our group will, you know, be bettered and enlivened by your perspective. I think that's a helpful perspective. So she is going to say, you know, I love to tell a story. Do you remember our last conversation on Watch?
I do.
Sorry.
No, it was good.
It was immediately fine. That was too funny. Sorry.
I think some people are not ready for some stories yet. And not every story is for every person at every time. I think this is one of those. We're all tired, aren't we?
Categorically, no.
She gets tired! She has to rest!
I'm doing fine on hit points,
That's
y'all.
also fair.
Anyway, joke. Anyway.
No, true. That was hilarious.
Yule looks at Elian and says, Elian, I think that at this point we are all past secrets from one another. It's absolutely unacceptable to have that at this stage in our journey. We have put complete faith in each other to keep each other alive. Withholding information could put any one of us at risk.
I'll look at Elian as if like,
Make a persuasion check.
But like, and like, I'll say like, we are allies, are we not?
Of course we are.
But you all are not allies without discord.
Huh?
But you all are not allies without discord.
You'll die.
You'll die.
You'll die!
Can I give? I don't know if I can.
You will
give
not
some
die.
assistance.
You live.
I said 24.
Stay in.
You speak wisely, as always. And it's not my intention to keep information from anyone, especially anything that would hurt you. That would be particularly unwise and foolish, being out here in danger with you all as I am. I am only alive because of you, and I like to think that I have also contributed to all of the rest of our survival.
This is true.
So, I know, right?
I need to like turn around.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, this is great. This is so good. This is so good.
So, it's not my intent to withhold information. He didn't ask for intel, he asked for a story.
Yes, for a story.
And not all stories are helpful. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes they need the right time, the right moment. I'm not trying to keep secrets. Are we not all out for the same mission, trying to accomplish the same thing?
It's true. If we are to cleanse the Temple of Rurik, then we need to know how to do that.
If I knew how to do that, I promise I would tell you.
But if there's some story, I mean, I think you'll hit the nail on the head earlier when noting that neither of us could directly speak with our God. Yet we hear from Imris's notes that he spoke directly with Rurik. If there's something in a story or some intel that you might know of Rurik that we are not aware as to why such direct communication could happen, it might be good knowledge to know before we go into his temple.
Well, we could attempt our own direct communication.
We
I
could.
mean, what God would not want to assist us in cleansing their own temple?
Especially from patrons of their brother.
Their brethren, that's exactly right. Amen, brother. I gotta come up with something other than amen.
It's so good, right? Like it's this world's own thing.
Listen,
Yeah.
Add
Blessed be.
bless that. Add your persuasion check, Connor. Yeah, they came up with a saying in Titans Rising that I made that they asked me to make into stickers and T-shirts and stuff.
Praise Callista.
I want
Praise Callista! Callista
just
be
mustache up. This is Kieran's least favorite conversation he's ever had.
praised. He's like, why is
This
everything
is-
so tense and him?
I trust my friends. All of my friends. But my friends aren't trusting my friends. And Elian wouldn't keep a secret.
Oh!
And that's what she's saying. She's like, I'm just not. That's not a story I want to tell.
Golden Retriever.
I was gonna say that was such puppy energy right there. That
It
was so cute.
good. Fun, fucking nominal. Spectacular. As in the words of Jake Peralta, cool. Cool, no down, no
Technically,
down.
it could be 13 of them.
Do you want to?
I haven't. Yeah, kind of.
You said, what was the word? Fun fucking what?
Phenomenal.
I
Phenomenal.
meant to say fucking phenomenal, so that's what I was going for.
Fen fucking phenomenal.
That was it. Fen fucking nominal. What do you want to do?
As you all are sort of like making this sort of like badgering, like, I mean, to a degree you guys are kind of badgering Elian, is that fair to say? Not obviously
The
not like.
tone of the conversation has definitely changed.
Mhm.
It's getting a little
Pressing.
It is.
Yeah, it's getting a little pointed and pressing, for sure.
Inu stands up. You're correct. There are secrets that we do need to tell. But I don't think it's the secrets that all of you are seeking right now. The beauty of Epiphany, as it has been taught to me, is that it resides within all of us. But another beauty of Epiphany is that it is not to be held within one. She sits back down.
Thank you.
The world that I saw was one in which you all were a dream. In which my time in the Temple of Vali had always been one of growing deeper in my faith to him. In that world, she casts Mage Hand, and you see literally her hand detach from the wrist and blood start to drip from it.
Oh, we hate that.
I love that.
We love hate that.
And she's just sort of watching it, just like hover there, just dripping in this way. All the suffering that I was put through was for the sake of growth. Was for the sake of better leading those people around me. In that world, I was to be rewarded. I was being told that I would be the seeker. The gifts that I have when I use them there were beautiful, clean, perhaps. They looked like the magic that you all use. When I spoke to my people, I was able to speak proudly, calmly, confidently. But some part of how you see me snuck into that. Because I remembered not simply that other world, but I remembered a Redeemer. Someone who came to save me, despite how much he feared me. I remembered a storyteller. One who told stories not because they were about the beautiful world in which she lived, but to bring beauty to a world that was not beautiful. I remembered warriors. Those who continue to fight, not to protect a goodness, but to restore it. To come back and see all of you, something had to be true. This world had to be true. And that had to mean that everything that I've been through wasn't to make me better. What I went through wasn't because I was destined for something greater. Everything that I have suffered, and as she's talking, her arm is literally unraveling next to her. Everything that I have been through was at the whims of another. It had no future. I came back here, made for the sake of nothing. Because I remembered people like you who can give this world a purpose. The secret that I wish to share with you is that world that I saw. That the greatest joy that was imagined for me was one in which you are all figments. This story of Rurik can wait.
you speak truly. Not all change is for the better. People tend to see change as a good thing. Purposeful. As you say. To some point. But it's not necessarily, is it? The stories say that Rurik was a selfish, immature child. Unfulfilled with all he had. The very heights of godhood. That he felt he deserved a higher place and greater power. And what does a god of change do? But change the world to suit his purpose. And what does a god of rebellion do? But overthrow.
I think I know where the corruption is coming from.
I do not like this implication.
That's why I don't always tell my stories. I'm not always ready for them.
But do you feel that this is the correct story?
Every story is correct. And none of them are. They are merely the way we tell the truths of ourselves to each other.
You felt that one strongly, though.
There are stories we feel stronger than others. You have some that you've told very strongly to yourself. But as I told Ricard, that doesn't make them true. You speak of trust. You speak of secrets. Once again, her eyes glide around the group. I could say I trust you all, but I don't know all your stories. So, I trust the version of you that I know. And know that there are versions that I don't. Some stories have to be earned. And I don't mean to say that you have not earned mine, which is why I speak. You all act with righteousness and truth. Some less truth than others. We're getting there. But there are many wills that guide us, many hands that aim the arrows. I know very little of you, Ricard.
You know my father.
I did. And I don't know how you feel about that, or why you're here. You're not part of the Legion of Light. I don't know why you walk this path, or where you hope for it to take you, or what you will do when you get to the end of this road.
I trust that I will do my best to keep all in this group safe. And what else does a cleric do but keep those around them hale and hearty?
Will you roll me either a persuasion or a deception check based on how Ricard feels about that statement? Alright. A worthy enough reason. I don't know what stories you all have been told that sent you on this path. Save one. The one that I told you at the beginning. If y'all will remember, you asked Elian about the Shadow Witch. You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Ena wasn't there. Emrys was. When you were back in the Soul Tower.
I wasn't there either.
Oh, were you not there for that session?
No.
Oh no,
I wasn't
Ricard
there.
wasn't
Ricard
there.
wasn't there.
Yeah, the rest of y'all. Yeah, you just showed up. Yeah, what she just said is so valid. So, and ain't nobody know who you are. You keep appearing and disappearing. But the rest of you, specifically Zeke, Runo, Yule, and Emrys, and Kieran, like when you all signed up for this mission, sat down and were like, Elian, you're a bard. What stories do you know about the Shadow Witch? And she told a story. So that is what she's referring to be clear. Which you all received as truth, as well as I could tell. And went on our merry way at the behest of the Legion of Light to vanquish the Dark Witch. So, there are many stories that we tell ourselves, many hands that guide us. And I think that Runo has for the first time, and at last spoken wisely, that we do not do much questioning of who has told us those stories and whether they are true. She is going to lapse into silence at that point. Just waiting to see how everyone responds. She's just, again, not, but just like one by one, taking in each of your expressions, reading how you're responding to what she said. So, I'm gonna make an insight check. And look up her shit.
Oh, this is so good.
Feeling good about this.
I was like, with that music, I was like, next time on the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Right?
A dark elf or something more?
Oh.
Right?
A dark elf or something more?
Oh.
In the
In the Twilight Zone.
In the Twilight Zone.
Feels very Twin Peaks. I have loved getting to encounter and engage with the Twin Peaks stuff since getting your presentation.
Twin Peaks is great shit.
It's been so great to have like context for that I've never had.
Oh boy.
It's a little drop finally.
Mira, if it makes you feel any less alone, Mira is on the same wavelength Kieran is on right now. She's like very like less like I'm really uncomfortable, and more like why is everything so tense? Like she's just looking around at everyone like why has the mood changed?
Like, we've been doing a really freaking good job of, this is a mustache.
Yeah.
About how he's feeling of finding evil and hitting it with a sword.
Yes.
And things have gotten demonstrably better by us doing that.
Yeah. And yeah. So in Kieran's mind, that's like, so there's nothing to question?
But also, like, he trusts everyone here. He likes everyone here. Mm-hmm. They're asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Elian's bringing up good points about Runo's perspective, but on the other hand, everywhere Kieran's needed to go in his life, a celestial finger has tapped him on the shoulder and pointed. But also, he's been caused to reevaluate some of his perspectives. And that has actually been important. Mm-hmm. And a finger didn't tap him on the shoulder divinely and point him towards that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but I want to hit evil with a sword.
He has also seen a lot of divinity twisted at this point in the way that the campaign has gone. A lot of divinity twisted in ways that it was not meant to be implemented. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like he saw the champion of Leander, who believed with his whole self that he was following his god's purpose and operating according to his will and domains. Yeah. That is a 21.
Cool.
So,
Or what?
what would she get from a 21 insight from each of you as her gaze glides around the circle? She's definitely just getting why is everything tense and why have we not gone to bed from Mira.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From Kieran, there's a starting of, you do know stuff.
Yeah.
And you probably know what's best for us to do next. But like, in the, like, not suspicion of your character as much as, okay, I don't know what's happening as much as I thought I did.
There are levels.
And you're
to
a
this.
part of that.
Got it.
I don't think Runo would be hiding his emotions at all. I think you could tell that there is a piercing focus on you trying to know what is the truth and why we, like, what is really what's happening here. He's been asking question nonstop. He knows something is off.
Okay.
And he knows that, like, you are the lead. And he is, like, a bloodhound to it.
Okay.
So.
I think for Ricard, it would be that he's not questioning your character, but maybe questioning a little bit of your motivation as to why you're not divulging a little bit more force, especially if we're about to be going into Rurik's area. Because in his mind, all that can do is just help us in our next part of this, quest.
Yeah.
But then also just a little bit of questioning when she starts to question why he's all of a sudden here.
A little bit of questioning in what way?
Me questioning in my own mind is why are you questioning why I'm here?
Yeah.
Yule likes Elian and was a little suspicious of why she's so reticent to spill the full truth and be very transparent, because Yule's been very transparent except with his traumas, and sort of expects that people reciprocate that with him.
Yeah.
He's very trusting.
Yeah.
What he got from your story, where you were talking about rebellion and Rurik not liking the order of things, changing that, Yule has inferred something that made him visibly angry. Very, very cross. And he's still very cross. And he's got one thing fixated in his mind right now.
Does Elian feel like that anger, would Elian, with that insight roll, feel like that anger is directed toward her or toward something else?
Not towards her.
I, just as a reminder, since we did the reminder with Runo, with and for Runo, you two, she's had separate conversations with as well, pulled you aside for a nighttime talk. Do you remember what that talk was about?
It was a lot just about my dad and what he was doing. She had some knowledge of his goings on.
His mission.
His mission, yeah.
And then, I don't know if you recall, but speaking of Yule being very forthright, she had a conversation with Yule after he stepped up and sort of made his proclamation when you guys devoted yourselves, those of you who did, to the Legion of Light, and was like, I don't think that light is better than darkness. I think that there needs to be a balance. I don't know if you recall, but she had a follow-up. You remember that follow-up conversation with you being like, hey, I think that's very wise.
I think that was actually right before she did the thing.
I think it was.
I think we were
Now that
in the
you
Temple of Rhiannon. That was during our,
Whoops. Hey, listen, I also didn't know it was coming that session, okay? So, shit just be rolling out. Okay, very intriguing. Ian.
Eve is eating this up. She loves this conversation.
Okay.
I think in particular...
She's like, epiphany everywhere, mystery,
Yeah. Well,
people seeking out mystery.
I think what Elian sort of pick up from her is that, especially in, the way that she's been kind of, speaking here, Inu is feeling a bit defensive for Elian.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because
of exactly what she said. Hey, epiphany is found within and through all of us, and trying to get it from just one person doesn't work that way. Also, you can't force it out from someone.
Yes.
That's what was tried to be done to me, and it turns out very badly.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of her sort of perspective on this is to sort of be like, where are all of you approaching this?
Yeah.
I'm expressing to you the deep vulnerability of what I saw here tonight. Elian is Elian in this moment is currently being honed in on to reveal something that she did not choose to reveal, that is kind of being pushed out of her. So this is...
And she would have big feelings about that.
Yes, Inu has very big feelings about this.
Yes!
So in this way she's sort of
defensive of her.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, awesome.
Kieran's thoughts have evolved.
Okay.
So,
Yes. I'm gonna put that down. In the context of everything else we said.
you see You see something shift in Kieran, and he is like settled in complete non-hostility towards you. Like he is resolved in his mind about you, and you feel that it is in a positive way.
Also, to clarify, Runo is not hostile towards you, but
Okay.
you get but there is a
No,
deep
you-
hunger.
Yes. No, I think you described that in a really proficient way
Yeah.
of the lead and the bloodhound
Yes.
is. Yeah, so that's a helpful clarification. Is there's not a hostility, but there
Yeah,
is
it's
very
like,
much
I need to
I'm
know.
honed in on you, and you are the lead that I have
Yes.
towards the thing that I want to know. Runo and Emrys and Inu would all get along so well. He's like, I also would like to know the mysteries. But that comes from a very different place for Runo, because his comes from, I was lied to, and I have reason to question to question my world, to question everything I've been told. All right, very good insights from everyone. Because Elian doesn't break the tension.
Yeah.
She didn't create it. So she is waiting for the people who, go ahead.
Runo will hand her a drink. Good story, you should always start with a good drink.
Thank you. I've often thought so. She does a little prestidigitation around her drink.
Make sure there's no...
Oh no, she just makes it taste how she wants it to
Okay,
taste.
Awesome.
That's why it's prestidigitation,
I need to know that.
not detect poison or change poison. Listen,
Oh, I
she's
thought
a
she
Josh.
didn't want to make it oh, ew, cooties.
Oh no. That's fair. I hear what you're saying. But no, you can change how things taste with prestidigitation. Yes.
Runo's can multi-class strictly to a wizard just for that.
Thank you. I quite feel the same way. And usually music.
I'm sorry, I can't perform.
It's okay.
Wayne,
Does you actually say that?
yeah.
I absolutely think whatever else, and I will get together sidelong with Pater to see how Gwaine responds specifically to this conversation.
Yeah.
But whatever else he may do or say, I do think that Gwaine would move over, move in and pull out his lute and start a song for everyone. Changing
The move.
literally the ambiance to something softer and less tense.
Inu deflates.
Oh.
Oh, she's loving that.
I was loving that tension.
And while he's playing the music, that's when I'll start my little time on doing the dome. And I'll recreate the dome. And so I'll start some starlight parts playing.
Okay.
Praise Callista, Jesus.
Sorry, that's my timer.
See, I hate it when I pick things that say lute,
And it's not Luke, that's
and
a
then it's not
duduk.
lute. I'm like, that's not a lute. I mean, it's beautiful, but that's not what I asked for.
No, that's a
I was
bagpipe.
looking for something very particular.
Union pipes.
If this ain't it, we're just gonna... See, that is a flute, not a lute.
Nah.
God dang, yeah. Ruining everything.
Here, let's try this. If this ain't it, then we will just...
Banjo?
I was gonna say, I've got some banjo music if you ever need that.
Appalachian. From Africa.
Yes.
Gwaine is going to start a song, and for those who listen, it is a hero's ballad in which he names a list of heroes. And just sort of one by one, that sort of style of if it was Baldur's Gate, it would be Karlach, brave and true, strong of arm and warm of heart, that sort of deal.
A little bit of Monica.
I'm gonna kill you. And if no one else And if everyone, like, it seems like everyone just sort of settles back into their rest, yes? You create your dome of starlight, and everyone takes the watches they take. Yes, go
Before
ahead.
we do that, I might pull you aside and
Okay.
should we attempt
Oh yes.
before our rest?
Oh yes. I have something.
Wait, sorry. My brain broke. Did you start to say the depth of Kieran's thoughts and my brain was somewhere else and I forgot to come back
I
to you?
was going to pull Elian aside in a second.
Oh, okay,
That's after
gotcha.
that.
No, you said the depth of Kieran's thoughts already. Back to you guys. Sorry, you said, are we going to attempt this tonight?
We can.
If we're going to, we might as well.
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
Are you saying this in front of people or off by yourselves?
I think we're.
He can't leave the circle
Yeah, we're in a
once
we're in
you've
a,
made it.
what, a 10-foot circle or something.
Yeah.
So
And large, and we got ears.
yeah.
Surprisingly,
you-
I have elven ears.
What are you trying tonight? Are we not going to get to sleep? Because I
Oh, this
I
shouldn't
really
take
wanna sleep.
too long.
Wait.
It
what?
won't take long at all.
We get straight to channel 2 because we kind of talked about, like, who are you trying to reach out to? Or you're not going to reach out to Rorik, are you?
Well, that was the thought.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's absolutely imperative. I have something to tell him.
Do we want to anger a god?
Well, we may not anger. I'll work as mediator. I feel Yule has something that he needs to say, but maybe I can, with the beauty of Callista, try and temper some of what's said.
Alright, just don't get yourself killed.
Okay. Should we do? Well, we have to stay inside.
Ian is
I
deeply
feel
uncomfortable.
Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
whatever is about to happen there is going to be the end of the night. So, what do you want to pull Elian aside and say to her?
Yes.
Yes.
Which
Kieran-
Elian pulls Gwaine, not pulls aside, but goes to Gwaine to say that she wants to pull watch with him.
Kieran's going to say, "You've always known more than you've said. And that's okay. I was born of Rhiannon, but I've never had a teacher of Rhiannon. You have embodied joy and freedom better than I have, and I trust you. I know not of other gods or other ways. I know my God, and I know you, and I trust you."
I don't know that anyone could embody joy and freedom as much as you do. Or at least joy and freedom so far as you can encapsulate it.
We have our capacities.
But I do endeavor to embody both. She looks over at Gwaine playing his song. Dance with me. Draws
Yeah,
you
that's-
out. Draws Kieran out of the glimmering starlight. And for a moment there's like, where is there to dance that's not like out amongst the corpses? But as but as she steps, like what seems to be like she's gonna step down the stair, like the open stairs towards the sanctuary, her foot doesn't drop. It lands on the air in a dark glimmer, and she draws you up with her, very Peter Pan-esque, into the air for a dance.
He reacts to that as though it's of course expected.
You've seen her do
Yeah.
this float thing before. She just hasn't brought anyone else into it. She did it at Leander's temple. She did it when you guys had your conversation on watch up on the high hill. So she sort of draws you in, and you feel the same as though there is steady ground beneath your feet, so it doesn't feel any different or difficult for you. And she lets you lead her to the music, and Kieran's insight is not very high, but there's a warmness to her that he has not felt before. 13 might not be as high as 18, but it's still not low. And I think it's like when you come inside on a chilly day and only then notice how chilly you were. It's a little bit like that. You didn't realize there was a chill to her until this moment when it's gone.
Very interesting.
Ricard and Yule, before you go to bed, I will just say that people talk like it's been the longest day, but it's always y'all's fault! Because you don't go the fuck to sleep when you have the chance! So, let it be done! So let it be written and so let it be done! What do you guys do?
At least we got 14 HP back.
I'm gonna turn over my shield, pour some water into it, clink along the sides.
I'm gonna take a few steps back,
As above, so below.
start drinking and watching this shit.
The starlight off the dome.
Yule draws a circle in the ground and takes his amulet of Leander and uses it, casting divination.
Yeah. You'll también.
And he'll attempt to speak to Rurik.
And I'll be doing the exact same.
Okay. So you are both casting divination
Yes.
to connect with Rurik.
Alex loves its above board.
Right, everyone's like, oh, gee. This requires a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion, worth at least 25 gold, which the spell consumes. Which did not matter last time.
Have
Oh, I'm so excited for whatever goes wrong.
I'm so excited. Alex would love this. Runo is fucking terrified.
I'm about to see the Scourge of the Shire in that mirror.
We're gonna see behind the fucking curtains.
Yes, Elian, kill somebody else this time.
Yes, bitch. Oh, come on. What are you doing? I swear to God.
So Yule has, before he got the staff of Leander, he had an arcane focus. That was
Sorry, guys. Give it just a second.
hey,
You can't talk to gods without getting ads first.
that's right.
Damn it! I didn't pay for this fucking
They
subscription.
need their ad revenue.
I shall help you, my child. But first, a word from our sponsor. Skillshare.
Yeah, before he had Expect the Air, which can that also
Raid Shadow
serve
Legends.
as an arcane focus?
The Staff of Leander.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
so before that he had an arcane focus.
Yes.
And that is what you want to use as your offering.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because it would be appropriate. It's of Leander. It's of the gold value. So
Okay.
I will take.
Is that your amulet of Leander?
No. No.
Like the emblem of his?
No. That is. It is a crystal ball.
Okay.
Like the light, the balls of light that the
Yeah.
Owlin make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that floated around that hung in the air around their city, I remember.
Yeah, it's like one of those, but more like palm size.
Got it.
So that's what I will consume.
I will use my rapier, which is worth 25 gold pieces, and because it is what I received from my training at the Abbey.
Wow, that's a big
That's
sacrifice.
all I got. That's 25
That's
gold.
what it is. So, Ricard sets out his bowl. As above, so below. Glittering not in the stars of the actual sky, but in the stars reflected in the dome. And sets his rapier down. Yule, beside it, sets down one of the glowing orbs made by his people, which he had used as his arcane focus before. Technically. Just remind everyone of the technical mechanics of the spell. You offer this offering. You ask a single question, you ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. That is the technical mechanics of the spell. And you could be speaking with the god or a god servant.
And the answer will be cryptic. Guaranteed to be cryptic.
Again, great big feelings, but a simple, common message will work just as well, guys. You gods and cryptic messages.
It's just a hero point. That's what I did.
You two expend this spell. And it feels very different from before. This time it was on purpose. An open reaching instead of the straining that you felt. Though before, it didn't feel like straining from you. It felt like straining in return. But you meet no resistance this time. What do you ask? Or what do you say? You feel something click in a way that it didn't when you cast this spell outside the temple. And the offerings that you put forth begin to glow where everyone else can see them now as they are bent over in prayer. Like a weapon in the middle of forging. White hot. You will have something to say?
Well, we both get to.
You do?
Okay. Do you want to
Jack, I'll go first.
go first?
Ulrich, we call on you. Seeking aid, seeking knowledge. we look to come to your temple. And need some guidance on what would be necessary to cleanse your temple should it be defiled. We have seen this in other temples along the way. We would like to impart our help should you need it in this way. Can you give us some guidance?
Are you wanting to wait to see if there's any response to that before Yule makes his
Yeah,
own request?
I'll wait to see what Rurik has to say.
Then that is where we'll pick up next session.
Ah.
Will you be here next session?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is a terribly exciting campaign.
Dreadfully exciting.
Oh, that went very different. The whole night went very different from what I expected. I really thought y'all was gonna have some interpersonal conversations and go to bed.
I
prepared.
I still want the interpersonal ones. I'm not done.
Y'all might need to have that walking. You know what I mean?
I come to
on the road. That was great. Great
That
job.
was Endless Eclipse doesn't fail to be plotty.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, not the questions that I expected from the night. Not the intrigue that I thought was coming for us. Yeah, so all I mean by that is like definitely like plan for roleplay, always good. Might be good for the purposes of y'all's designs.
Yes.
To like have those roleplay conversations as you're moving to whatever your next destination
Yes.
is.
That makes sense.
Rather than staying camped out with the dead bodies in Petra's temple. Cleansed though it may be.
I get to stay.
Cleansed and clean are two very
Vibes
I
are
get
still
to stay up
harsh.
all night, so I get to talk with whoever I want.
She does, that's very true.
Enid gets to save so much time.
You just like rolling through. I
don't have to eat.
I'm talking about from like a healthy metagaming standpoint.
Yes,
of,
absolutely.
Like, because I know that she could just have conversation after conversation with people, but for y'all's purpose of like continuing the momentum of getting
Yes,
shit
absolutely.
done. Maybe people don't want to have those conversations. Oh, I need to drink this.
I legitimately thought it was. Above board, I was sort of like, freaking Soul Warden. It's too sketch. It's definitely them. And then as soon as I heard crackling in the sky, I'm like, fuck!
I love Emerus's notes coming back out of nowhere.
God, it's like he's in the room again. That felt really.
That was good.
Like, legitimately, the thought that I had is like, I don't want to bring Emrys back into this game. If y'all could find his ghost, that would be did any of you guys play like the most recent, like the God of War reboot?
Nah.
The Ragnarok?
The ghost of
Are you
just like
referencing
the first
Mimir?
one. Yes. Like there's a thing that happens sort of like partway through that game where there's another god where essentially you cut his head off and then revive him, so then he's just like with you all the time.
Yes.
Oh, that's the guy that's like
Yes.
hanging on Kratos' belt?
Yes.
Ugh.
It's in the moment
That's a
that
god? He's like...
yeah.
Okay.
He's a god, I think, of like knowledge.
Good night, my little
Yeah, he's like attached to a tree when you find him.
Peter, if
And
you
there's
see
this
this.
moment where Kratos is like, I'm going to behead you, and he goes, fair enough, and just like bows and just waits. But
Whoa.
yeah, I want Emrys to be that. Like I don't want to bring